sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. We are set for a good one. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
And he's going to be hit and dropped behind the line. Great push upfield defensively. What a way to start this ball.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Once again, it's Warren. Has an opening past the 40. They get 22 yards there. That's a Steeler first down.
The biggest element on a lot of these explosive runs, Mike, is can the running back make the first guy miss? That's exactly what he was able to do here, and it led to a big gain.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. To the right side and corralled by Fielder.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he shows up a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
We'll try and run it here with Warren. An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A first down throw from Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's Warren. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up first and goal.
You can see the confidence that this play caller has on his opening script. This is a textbook drive here to start the game. Nice job there by the back with a big gain. Sets up first and goal.
Here's Warren. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Here now, second down and goal. Warren is into the end zone for a Steeler touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good, and the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Seven 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, Deion's son, Shedeur Sanders.
I'm not sure there was a more heralded player at the quarterback position, Mike, regardless of where they were drafted, than Shedeur Sanders coming out of Colorado. I mean, he was the story of the year, him in prime. Now the question is, can he bring that efficiency and explosiveness that we saw on Saturdays? Can he find that groove and rhythm in the NFL? And I think all the talent is there. How does he adapt to the NFL game? How does he adapt to being the face of an NFL franchise? I think if he can manage all of those things, I think on the field, he has all the talent you need to be successful at quarterback in the NFL.
That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Now, this is something that we typically see out of maybe a more veteran quarterback, not necessarily a rookie, but just having a really nice sense of game management, throw the ball away, and live for the next down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Sanders keeping it on the zone read. And they finally get him down, but not before he brings it to the 4-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
It's pretty clear why this offense likes to get the ball into the hands of this quarterback, huh, Mike? I mean, he is just so effective in this area, and now he has them set up 1st and goal.
They'll run with Sampson. And He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. The corner, Asante Samuel Jr. getting in for the sack.
You work all week on these goal-to-go situations. You've got to have it. You've got to take advantage when you're down this close, and not exactly an ideal sequence. Run game stuffed. Then you go to the air, and your protection can't hold up. Now you've got to try to find something here on 3rd and goal, and what was once a promising drive could end up being a bit of a letdown.
On 3rd and goal, Sanders. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Kyle Duggar.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Steelers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. Working free downfield, it's Thielen. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Rodgers on 1st down. We'll go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front. As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Again, it's Rodgers. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he is out of bounds. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as it...
To the pylon, he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field, and then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will extend their 1st quarter lead. It's now 14-0. well now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return starts at the 13. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Browns offense ready to take over for their second possession. They're an early hole, 14-0. I'll start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Sanders. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And maybe a little more conservative approach following that interception on the last drive. With nobody open, instead of forcing it downfield, he just throws it away, and you can tell he's trying to avoid another costly mistake.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Shador. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jeudy. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Sanders on 3rd down. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
4th down, here's Sanders. He's got a man, it's Bannon. And he's going to have the Browns 1st down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Sanders going to throw again. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. And he will get into the end zone. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are on the board. It's now 14-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. To return is Kenneth Gainwell. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Y'all can't talk about basic. We better know Power Rangers. Mine's also dangerous. Y'all talk our way.
Rodgers. Going up top. That is caught. It's Valdez Scantling. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 45 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out at the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Jaylen Warren, touchdown Steelers. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. On for the extra point is Boswell. It's up and good. And the Steelers will take a 21-7 lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Here we go on the return from the 1. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll start out first down and 10. Off the play fake, here's Sanders. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not healthy.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And one of the Browns is in there, and yes, Cleveland able to retain possession.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
Take this in, back at the 16. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. Play fake. It's Rodgers. Catch made. Right side by Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. 35. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Catch made by Thielen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
Play action now with Rodgers. That one caught by Wilson. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He's going to look for the home run ball. That one is complete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now flags fly. Looks like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15.
Still 1st down.
Now, Shador. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down. Have some more efficiency on these early downs.
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. And fortunately, their center able to rein it in, and they'll retain possession.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Sanders from his own end zone. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
And we will not have a return. This one hit in the field of play and bounces out of bounds. The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Gainwell. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Just shy of midfield. Here's 2nd down. Here's Gainwell. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. This is 3rd and 6. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
Here's Corliss Waitman now. He's got the wind at his back as he's on to punt this one away. And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. The gun, it's Sanders. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. It's 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
On 2nd down, Sanders. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. The Steelers will use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. From the gun, it's Sanders. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So I really like the decision, Mike. This is a rookie quarterback making more veteran decisions, and I think in his growth process this early on in his career, those are really good signs, because how often do we see these rookies still think they're back in college, they're the best player on the field, and they can make every throw, even if it's not there. You're not going to get away with that consistently in the NFL. Throw it away. Really nice job here by the young quarterback.
And he's not going to get anything out of this one. They force him laterally out of bounds. No gain on the return. A 1st down throw from Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll motion over Thielen. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you can see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
Yeah, Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. As they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And the Steelers first down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Rodgers now. Go right back to Thielen. Again, it's complete.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, Rodgers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers have run out to a 24-7 lead.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. He'll grab it at the 12. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line. Browns offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. They're in tremendous starting field position after the kick return. They start with 1st and 10 up beyond midfield. From the shotgun, it's Sanders.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the 34, here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Shador. He'll get that out wide to Sampson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3rd and 2. Here we go. They're trying to run here with Sampson. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Gonna depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
No move for the field goal unit. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll try it now with Sampson. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down. Oh, they took a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. And a new set of down.
And the decision to go for it on 4th is short. It's a lot easier, Mike, when you take a look in that huddle and you see the big guys up front. I mean, their ability to continue to win at the point of attack. We've seen it all game long, and that's the case. You don't need to overthink it. Turn around.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Turn his TV off, 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 turn his TV off. Ain't no other king in his rap thing, make siblings, nothing for my children. What? They disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag, be getting thrown like it was pass in the family's padlock around the building. Cracks pulling up in no more truck just to play freeze tag.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the zone read, here's Sanders to keep it. The defense not fighting. They stay at home, and they tackle him for no gain.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him, and in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Browns are back within 2 scores.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So you got to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Steelers offense and their running back, Jalen Warren, set to take over once more. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Tyson Campbell that time, able to knock it away.
Well, it's not going to make up for all the plays that they've been on the wrong side of up until this point. They finally are able to land a jab of their own, knock this ball away, and get a much-needed incomplete pass.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That is a big-time play for the Steelers. 31 yards.
First down. A gain of 31 yards. First down, Steelers.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Wise decision, especially at this stage of the game. You certainly don't want to force something and let the other guys right back into the game.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially an even 50-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. On play action, Shador. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. The former All-Pros, Jalen Ramsey, coming off the corner blitz to bring him down.
Just simply more of the same, and you're just not going to have a lot of success, Mike, when you're constantly starting drives with 2nd and long, 3rd and long. It's just not a good way to play offense in the NFL, and here we go again.
Sanders out to Judy. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Cleveland. 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On 1st down, here's Sampson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
Here's Sanders to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Third, they need 8. Sanders will throw it. He's got a man. It's and in. A gain there of 15. It's a Browns first down.
That's good.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
The ball comes out. And one of the Browns is in there, and yes, Cleveland able to retain possession.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive. You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
Now, Sanders. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Sanders. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
And he didn't give the Gunners a chance to get down there and make a play for him. It's into the end zone and a touchback. So these teams trade field goals in the third as we come to the end of the quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Well, we see a lot of this as they begin the 4th quarter on the ground. And this is going to be a Steelers first down. As he gets it up past the 30, they'll mark him at the 32.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. It's to the right side and corralled by Felix. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Ooh. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Now it's Sanders. That is caught right side, and that's Madden. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a 1st down.
Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
A give, it's Sampson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
A pickup there of 13. 1st down, Cleveland.
And this is what happens when your offensive line and your back are in sync and on the same page. Great job by the O-line distorting the defense at the point of attack, and then the running back understanding where that hole is, hitting it full speed, brings up a fresh set of downs.
Over the middle, brought in by his tight end, Fannin. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3. Quick throw taken in by Judy. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10.
It's a gain of
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up 1st and goal.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 1, 2nd and goal. Sampson. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
On 3rd and goal, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Even when it seems like they're putting a nice drive together, Mike, they just can't seem to escape this pass rush. It has been relentless all game long, and they get him here again.
The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. that is caught side of the end zone. Isaiah Bond. Touchdown, Browns. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The PAT, up and good. And the Browns are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Browns 17.
Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Now a give to Warren, running right. And a nice gain there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Valdez-Scantling on the move. They run with Warren. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. Talk things over before third down.
And after that short run, it puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And he will have a Steelers first down, maybe by about a yard, as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll run the toss with Warren. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Chance to get him closer to that finish line. It is 3rd and 2. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from 40 yards out. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. This is taken in at the goal line. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
Now he'll air one out. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll try to run for it.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here is 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Sanders. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
And while the play results in an incompletion, I think these are the type of decisions from a young quarterback that you're okay with. If the play's not there, if you don't feel good, throw the ball away, don't turn it over, and let's live for the next play call.
Here we go. One final play. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. In the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.